4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
Oh, I was a little late on that. What is happening, folks? BW Sports World in full effect. That's right, because he's the one, I'm the ass. This is Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank. Call John today, 317-417-8582 for all your banking essentials. 317-417-8582, and our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent, buying or selling a home. Call and talk to Shawn. Talk to Tucker today, 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. Damon, what is going on?
Hey, man, John is on it early today.
Let's see what he's got.
He is jumping in. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, man, I'm going to tell you, Cleveland's going to get it. Cleveland's going to get it.
Okay. No. I want
to see Burrows do good, but I really think the Browns are going to do this one.
You know what? It's not my overwhelming faith in Cincinnati and the upstart of Joe Burrows and the ceiling is the roof for those guys. It's not that. It's all about my lack of trust and lack of anything positive with the Browns.
Hey, I'm just telling you, I think the Browns are going to do it tonight. Just tonight.
Okay.
Just tonight.
Right. Just tonight. Yeah.
I mean, they play him again. They play him twice a year, and I think tonight's going to be Cleveland's time.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. I think Cleveland, I think I said Cleveland's going to win 4 games. I think I'm down to 2. I think I'm down to 2.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just what I saw. I know it's like, okay. I know they were playing the Ravens. I get it. I understand. But really, though, they look like not even JV. It was freshmen, the incoming freshmen before the season started playing against the varsity.
I'm just saying. Cleveland's going to get it tonight. But that's not why we're here tonight, folks. That's not why we're here. Tonight is Thursday night. Tonight is Bubble Ball night. I like calling it Bubble Ball.
You said it's Thursday tonight, Bubble Ball night. I
said it's Thursday night, Bubble Ball night.
Yeah. And I'm currently watching the commercial for the first game. This is a very exciting Thursday. You got the second game of the Eastern Conference Finals with the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Game 1 was so good that they couldn't get it in 48 minutes, so they had to add another 5 minutes to get this thing settled. Great game. And then we're going to backdoor it with. There's an F. There's an F in with.
Whiffy.
So we're going to backdoor it with the game 1 of the Western Conference Finals with the Los Angeles Lakers and the King, and going to get the very, let's say, I don't know what the word to use because I don't want to. They're Cinderella, yes, but they were also a sleeper by a couple different people. But you know what I mean, they're playing so well. I don't know if I want to call them a sleeper, but they really are, which
They're
is
a playoff
the Denver Nuggets.
contender. A definite playoff contender. That's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. They've been contending in the playoffs.
Okay, if you want to go down to the...
so last night you had a Bubba McFarlane moment. Tonight I had a Bubba McFarlane moment.
Yes.
Deal with it.
Everybody's got a booger.
Oh, yeah, Bubba, booger. My God, there's two of them.
Two.
Off my game
but
tonight.
Anyway.
Because I'm on your court. Hint, hint.
Yes. And then in between those two games, which is why you have multiple devices, you have your cell phone, you have your laptop, you have your computer, you have your flip button on your TV, because you got Thursday night football with, you know, the bottom feeders of the AFC North.
And you bet your ass the Cleveland Browns are going to win tonight.
And the Chicks are playing right now, too.
Oh, you actually got them on TV?
No. Boston and Miami is on TV. We just discussed that.
See, I'm off. I'm off, man.
We just now. I'm a big advocate of the WNBA. Yes, I love to watch the women play. But if it's the women's game and the men's game that's on simultaneously, you bet your ass I'm watching the other one.
You did the bet your ass.
I'm sorry.
You used it properly.
If my daughter's playing, that's a whole different situation.
The what?
I'll flip when she's taking a rest.
What is it?
What?
You should. You should, Gordon.
I'll take the blame. What is he taking the blame for?
I don't know. Maybe me being off or something.
I don't know. Let's see. How much hockey y'all been keeping up with? I know that the Islanders should be playing tonight to go for the Stanley Cup. Am I correct in that? Aren't they playing the Las Vegas Aces? Not the Aces, but the Knights. Is that who they're playing?
The Las Vegas Knights.
Yeah.
Haven't they been in the finals since they've been in the league?
They've won. They've won since then. Yeah.
They've won, and haven't they went to the finals every year since they've been in the league?
Now, that is a question that you're asking, not me, and you should be asking Barry Melrose. Yeah, I think game 6. See, I'm not too far off. I've been keeping up with a little bit.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And yes, that was an awesome block. It was a very awesome block. I'm not sure if I agree with Magic as the best playoff block I've ever seen, but it's really damn good.
It was good. I seen that he said he couldn't feel two of his fingers. Two of his fingers went numb after that.
Was it? They got bent back like two paper clips.
Right.
But yeah, it was a great defensive play. You know what I mean? And Jimmy Butler should have bought him a brand new Rolex for his terrible on-the-ball defense.
Yeah. Being one of the strongest players on defense on the court, too.
Yeah. So, but we'll get to that. So, I guess we'll run through real quick. Let's run through some of the awards that have just been laid out for the NBA as season awards. And I think from what I've seen, some of the comments that my partner over here has shared with me, I feel that he made his decision off bubble basketball and not the season.
Pretty much. I mean, the season felt like it's so long ago.
Hey, but you do understand that the awards are season awards, not
this is
playoff awards.
This is the season.
They were decided for the season, not the playoff. That's why Giannis still got the MVP.
I mean, see, the season to me is like when it restarted. All right. So you got 20 games to change my mind. That's how the ass is going to be, man. That's how the ass is going to be.
That's just gosh darn terrible. All right, so let's start with they just released the first team, All NBA first team, and I don't have any problems with this lineup. They got Luka, James Harden, Brian, Giannis. Hey, did you see the meme where James is sitting on the Iron Throne and it says the king over the top and got Kawhi Leonard kneeling at the base of the throne with his knife behind his back?
Ooh. No, I didn't see that one.
It's really good. It's really good. It's really good.
I'll have to look at that.
Screenshot it and see
I
it
was
too.
gonna say, I'll have to look at that one.
And then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, I said it correctly.
He said it.
And Anthony Davis rounding out the top five or the first team all five. What surprises me of this is you have what, two centers? I mean, look at all these big guys. You got Anthony Davis, Giannis, and Luka.
Oh, and then you got James Harden.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't have a problem with this. James Harden led the league in scoring. I mean, we haven't had a guy who's put up these kind of points consistently year after year after year since Mike, putting up these points in the 30s. A lot of these guys for the last couple of years have been leading the league in scoring, around the 28 to the 31 range. I mean, we haven't had a guy, average, 34, 35, 36 points for the season since Mike.
Right. That's true. I mean, I've never been a fan of Harden. I can't, and I'm trying to keep my bias out of it, but I'd have loved to seen Lillard on that first team.
But I mean, but you got to look at it again. You got to look at how the whole season played. You know what I mean? Leonard looked great. You know what I mean? But James Harden increased his point production again. He increased his assist production again, even with another ball-dominant guard as in Westbrook. I mean, I think James Harden was averaging over, 7, 8 assists this year? You know what I mean? And we all talk about him being ball-dominant, but he is one of the best passers. He is one of the best passers in NBA basketball right now, especially when he dribbles off the ball. I'm not sure if Kobe ever averaged those numbers. Not saying he wasn't a scoring title leader, but I don't know if he was putting up an average of 35 plus points a game for a season. I think his was around 31, 32. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So,
we're quoting.
No, don't quote me. You know what I mean? Quoting. But we know James Harden is putting up Jordan-like numbers on the offensive end. Giannis, I mean, what can you say? Back-to-back MVP. There's no way you're going to have the MVP not on first team. You got to, again, with him, you got to look away from the bubble basketball and the restart of basketball and look closely onto the season. You know what I mean? In the season, he was pretty much unstoppable. He catch the ball. Yeah, he catch the ball at half court. One dribble, 3 steps, and he's at the rim. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that, because it wasn't always offensive with him. He was in top 10 in rebounding. He was in the top 10 in block shots. Obviously, he was a defensive player of the year. So, obviously, MVP and defensive player of the year and first team, that's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Brian, he's the king. You speak for himself. Luka, he's the dime.
He's the prince.
Gordon said he always liked when MVP was defensive MVP too. I think, that's a good poll question. How many times have we had the MVP and the defensive player of the year be the same person in the same season? That one I have to search for, because I have no idea.
I have no idea either, but I'm trying to remember.
I mean, I'm going to say Shaq.
Yeah.
Maybe Dwight Howard didn't win MVP, did he?
No, he won Defensive Player of the Year, but he didn't win MVP.
Right. He says Jordan. I see Jordan. I think he was a Defensive Player of the Year and MVP at the same time.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. But I don't know anybody's done. Yeah, I don't know anybody's done it since then.
And if it has been, it was Shaq.
If it has been, it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be a big guy.
Was
it's
it
gonna have
Duncan?
to be a big guy. I don't think Duncan won Defensive Player of the Year. I know he's got MVP, and I know he's got Kobe ain't never been Defensive Player of the Year. That one I'm gonna have to go. I've ever seen him host the Defensive Player of the Year trophy. I know he's been first team defense. That I know he has,
but not the MVP.
But not the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. The DPOY, folks.
All right, but notable names on that second team: Damian Lillard and Kawhi Leonard. Something you put on here puzzles me. You said Pascal Siakam will bounce back better than Leonard next season. Now, are you talking Leonard Miles or are you talking Kawhi Leonard?
Kawhi.
Okay, I'm going to pass that one over because I don't even need to talk about that one. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. I know Kawhi didn't.
I'm looking at the 20 games plus. I'm looking at the 20 games plus.
And I'm still questioning you because Pascal wasn't the guy. It was Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet.
Well, I'm just saying Siakam's going to come out and do something.
Yeah, we wait for see. Hey,
Hakeem, the Dream.
Defensive
Player of the Year and the MVP.
I like it. Yeah. There we go.
Good job. Gordon Lazier on his shit tonight, folks.
Yeah, that's great because I had no clue. I knew it was going to be a big guy, though. Only person I could, that was dominant like that on both ends was Shaq.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. What? You're there now. I don't know what was going on. You must have been getting it.
No, I'm not on that when it texts me. It's on my phone. I don't know. Yeah, but Pascal, I think at times he showed that he was ready to take over and be that guy in Toronto. But I think he fell short, especially in the playoffs, especially when they leaned on two small guards. You know what I mean? Didn't even really look at Pascal. I mean, I think he had one game where he scored over 25 in that whole spiel. So, Sir Charles. So, I'm not really sure how.
Terrible.
But I do agree with Lillard will be very high up on the MVP race next year. I think it all depends on how this season really plays out. Because I really think if LeBron wins this year, I really think he considers retiring. I mean, for one, you got to hide your face when Space Jam 2 come out.
That is true.
Did who ever win the MVP?
Sir Charles?
Yes.
Not defense.
He didn't? He didn't win.
League
I
MVP?
Think he did. He really won MVP in Phoenix.
Yes, the year they went to the finals.
Hey, was it 93?
90. Yes. But he didn't win. He won in the same year.
That was in the West. No, he didn't win in the same year. That was when Mike was pissed off in the documentary. He was talking about it. He was like, yeah, how we had the best record and blah, 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 and I'm the best, whatever. And Charles gets the MVP.
Yeah.
Right, because it's the person who has the best season. Not who's the best player. It's the person who's having the best season. Because if it was MVP was the best player, LeBron wins every year since he's been in the league.
Yeah. Rodman should have won MVP that year, but he got Defensive Player of the Year. Why not?
Hey, man, you need to stop throwing out this bullshit.
Well, he got Defensive Player of the Year.
And that's what he deserved.
Oh, okay.
We ain't going to ever say MVP in the same sentence.
Well,
maybe MVP of Vegas.
Hey, MVP of something. MVP of Carmen Electra. And Madonna. Yeah.
No, I think A-Rod took care of Madonna. So we know he did too.
After Rodman.
After, yeah.
Like 40 minutes.
Well, Rodman had to do something because Madonna said she wanted him to have. She wanted to carry his babies.
Well, I'm not going there.
All right, here we go. All rookie team. John Morant, obviously.
100 freaking %.
Yep. John Morant, also rookie of the year. I don't even know why Zion his name even came up because he only played like 20 games, counting the ones that come back from the bubble. Granted, he was very effective because you came back at the end of the season, everybody's done played, they're all tired, and your fat ass coming back, just jumping around.
Back and just doing anything.
I mean, John Morant back out of shape.
John Morant had nobody to compete with in the rookie.
Yeah, and if a couple people didn't get hurt in the bubble, they maybe are in the playoffs instead of Portland.
It's very possible.
I mean, very possible. If two people, Jaren Jackson, if he doesn't get hurt, and I think I forgot who the other guy was. If they don't get hurt, Memphis is in the Final Four. I mean, it's in the finals because they already had the spot. So,
in the playoffs,
in the playoffs, yes, in the playoffs, yes. Let's see, Kendrick Nunn from Miami, yes. Brandon Clark, also with Ja Morant in Memphis, Zion, and Eric Pascal. All defensive team, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert, Marcus Smart. All right, so here again. We got 7 foot, 7 foot, 6'10", 7 foot, 6'3".
Right. But that guy that's 6'3" is pretty damn good.
I mean, that's I mean, you got 3 7-footers in first team, all defense. That has to be the first time I've ever seen that ever in my life. 3 7-footers on first team.
I know. I'm usually seeing, the 6'3" to 4 to 6'8".
Yeah, at least guard, forward.
Right, forward. A lot of small forwards compared to power forwards and centers.
Notable names on second team. You got Kawhi again. You got a lot of people on this team, on this second team, that is not in the playoffs anymore. Kawhi's out. Brook Lopez is out. Bam's still playing. Mm-hmm. Patrick Beverly's out. Eric Bledsoe's out.
Mm-hmm. Bam's a big piece for what's left, man.
Yeah, Marcus Smart is a beast. Yes, he is. And Bam Adebayo is the truth. And score update, Boston is up 43-35, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Duncan Robinson has already hit 3 threes. Go blue. Michigan football is back October 24th.
I'm not going to say all that. I'm not going to say
Michigan football back.
Michigan
football back.
Talking basketball. Talking basketball.
So Giannis wins the MVP.
Yep. Who was
and why? What do you mean? It was between him and Kawhi Leonard up until COVID hit. Kawhi Leonard's name was there, but no, the race was between LeBron and Giannis all year.
Right. Okay.
No Kawhi, because he's with the Clippers and he likes to take games off.
And they're at home.
And that's the bubble. He likes to take games off. See, Giannis keeps it up while Leonard acts as if he doesn't have anything else to prove. Well, he doesn't.
How does he not? Not now, because he's not playing.
He doesn't have anything to prove. What does he have to prove? What does he have to prove? I'm a champion. I'm an MVP of the finals. What else do I have to prove? What do I have to prove?
It just seems like he's got a lot of years left that he could do a lot of great things.
And he could do a lot of great things, but he has absolutely nothing to prove. The person on that team that has something to prove is PG-13. Might want to stick with designer shoes because your jump shot is broke.
Pandemic P.
Pandemic P. I love it. I love it. That's what we ought to go for. Pandemic. Oh, I thought he was shooting jump shots. My bad.
That was good.
Oh.
You had me waiting there for a second. Damn, did Courtney just throw something at him?
All right, so 6 Men of the Year, Montrezl Harrell. We talked about that briefly once before.
Yeah.
I don't know how you figured D Rose was going to.
Earlier in this, I was actually thinking earlier in the season a little bit.
Okay. I understand. You got a thing for the little guards, D Rose. I get you. You know what I mean? It's all good.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, but jump back up here real quick.
These are the people that I could look eye to eye to, okay? Shut up.
Maybe.
Barely.
Maybe.
Barely.
You know, they look little on TV, but they still 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
And you're still 5'6".
5'6". Good Lord, man.
All right, 5'8.5".
What? Jackass. Yeah, jackass.
All right, so you were saying something about Giannis getting help.
Yep.
I think you are getting some pieces. Milwaukee has already said they're willing to go all the way into luxury tax to get Giannis what he needs. One, Giannis needs to get better. You have to do something with your outside game. You have to get it to at least 30%. You have to do something where, you know, people have to jump shot, especially when you get into the playoffs, where they have to respect that jump shot. But I said it again. I said it 2 or 3 weeks ago. Please don't think that Chris Paul is not a real consideration to being in Milwaukee. I don't know if it's a championship piece, but it is a real good piece for developing a player like Giannis who needs not to have the ball. He needs to be dominant without the ball. You know what I mean? Because he's a straight line driver. He has no, let me give you some of this wiggle. It's like, I catch it, I run straight, you're in the way, I dunk on you. And it doesn't work in the playoffs. As you can see, bounced out 2 years in a row.
Yep.
Uh,
they said, bye, Felicia.
I like your argument with Eric Spoelstra for
Say that again?
Coach of the Year.
You said you like something that the ad says about basketball.
I liked your argument if you were adding in the bubble.
Like I said.
Yes. You know what I mean? For what Nick Nurse had lost from that team after winning the championship and still being the number 3 seed. The number 2 seed and still making the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. You got to give him Coach of the Year. You know what I mean? I don't think you had an all-star on that team. You know what I mean? So that's where you go. You got to give it to him. You know, Eric Spoelstra is a pretty good coach. I think he's done well with Miami down there, but you got to look at it. Miami was still the 5th seed, and the way it was playing out, they could have fell all the way down to the 7th seed by the time the end of the season if it was stayed together. Mm-hmm. Now, if you rate it with this bubble-style atmosphere, you to him. He's the one that's coaching the best through it. And you got to give a little Denver's coach. What's his name? Stool? No, it's not Stool. I was saying if you was paying attention. No, you're not, but it's okay.
Well, I don't. Like, you came with Stool. I'm like, what? I'm looking around. Right. I'm like, and there's nobody right around me. I'm like, what did he say? Stool? Who the hell is Stool? I mean, I was just going with it too because I don't know the Denver Nuggets coach's name by heart. I can't think of it right now. All I hear is Stool. I'm like, huh? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. That is ass-tastic.
All right, well, I need a drink. You need to scratch your head and regroup so we can talk about these 2 games or these 2 series, and then we can get on offer before the football game starts.
All right. So you're telling me it's time for a little station identification.
Si, senor.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy, the Ass for Black and White Sports, and let me talk to you about a little banking. First Financial Bank in John Wayne Buzzard. That's right, folks. The official bank of BW Sports 1 for all of your banking needs, whether it be savings, checking, mortgage loans, small business loans, and everything else under the sun. First Financial Bank and John Wayne Buzzard is where we go. Call that man, 317-417-8582. That's 317-417-8582. Or email him at john.buzzard@bankatfirst.com. That's right, First Financial Bank, the official bank of BW Sports One. What's up, folks? It's your boy, The Ass from Black and White Sports, and I am looking to buy or sell a home. I know who I'm going to call, and that's Shawn Nugent, a.k.a. BW Sports One's Rockstar Realtor. That's right, folks. Shawn Nugent is the man you need to talk to if you're looking for your dream home or looking to just downsize or anything in between when it comes to your new house. Call Shawn, 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. Or email him, shawn.nugent@talktotucker.com. You want to talk to Tucker? Talk to Shawn Nugent, BW Sports One's Rockstar Realtor. That's right. He's doing hand puppets on screen, off screen. Now he's back, folks. All right. We thank you, First Financial Bank and Nugent, and talk to Tucker. He was stuck in Debo's pigeon coop.
No, bro. We're getting ready to cut the cord, right? So I've been exploring with this Hulu, right? We're working on little free trials and stuff for Hulu Live Sports and all this stuff. So PK. So I'm flipping through the Hulus, right? So I see, they like pick stuff out of your little stuff you like. So I'm scrolling through for, adult comedy, animation comedy, right?
We'll go with comedy, right?
I scroll across.
We'll go with comedy.
I scroll across and I see Mike Tyson's Mysteries.
I don't know if I want to know those.
Hey, man, it was on Adult Swim in like 2015 or 2016 or something like that, bro. Hilarious. Is Mike Tyson. He's got an Asian daughter that somebody just dropped off on his doorstep. He's running around with a ghost and a pigeon that talks.
Okay, so
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. But okay, go ahead.
Wow. I just saw something. Damon, this might intrigue you a bit. NBA rumors: the Rockets could trade Russell Wilson to the Pacers for Malcolm Brogdon and Miles Turner.
Who?
Russell Westbrook, not Wilson. It's possible trade rumors out there. We'll see what happens.
Oh, that is terrible.
I didn't make the rumor up. I'm only speculating on what I read from the rumor. If that makes sense.
That's terrible.
I don't like the trade.
That's terrible.
I don't like the trade. But we all know how the Pacers ownership is done in the past. Let's bring one person in and do nothing with it.
One, I don't think Westbrook is going to want to come here.
No.
I know you don't have a choice with a trade, but they do have a choice with a trade. I wouldn't come here. If I was Russ, I wouldn't come here because it's not the fit for him. Not to say that Indianapolis is not the shit. We the shit. I know. It's because we host everything. But it's not the market for him.
I gotcha.
One, you wear funny shit, and this is not the climate for that funny ass shit you be wearing. But anyway, all right. So we got Eastern Conference, Western Conference, Eastern Conference, Boston, and Miami. I'm not gonna change my pick, man. Even though Miami has got go blue Duncan Robinson, I can't do it. I got to stick with my pick in Boston. I still got Boston coming out of the East. I think this goes six.
Okay, so this matchup is the hardest matchup for the Miami Heat in the playoffs, obviously. I'm really interested in seeing it go the full distance of 7. I think it's very possible it does.
Very possible.
But I could also see it going 5.
Like Boston winning 1?
No, like
Miami winning that one and Boston winning 4 in a row?
Yep. I could see it.
You could see it.
I think it's going to go 7. I think it's going to go 7. Boston's going to go into the finals against the Western Conference team that we're getting ready to discuss here in just a second.
They're up 17.
Who? Boston?
Boston.
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 Boston wasn't going to lose twice.
Boston Mass. Yeah, they're up 17.
Yeah, no, they're not going to lose twice in a row. So we both got Boston.
Yeah, I have Boston. I keep it Boston. I mean, this is a very good series. It's a good matchup. You know, what sucks is Jimmy Butler's been able to guard best player of every other team because there's not another player for him to.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously didn't really do a whole bunch with Giannis, but the person that he needed to, which was Chris Middleton, was taking him all the way out the game. So it was forced for Giannis to do what Giannis couldn't do. The Pacers series the same way. You know, the best player that was playing for them at that time was Warren. It was Warren. That's what I kept wanting to say, CJ, but TJ Warren was the guy who was playing the best. So you put Butler on him, and you know what I mean, he serves him up the dish of sloppy defense, just terrible. You know what I mean? Just took him completely out. You know what I mean? I think he might even retire. He was locked down so much, but but you come to this Boston, which is a very difficult series for Jimmy Butler, as on the defensive side, which he's very effective, because who are you going to guard? You know, you can't guard Tatum, Brown, and Kemba.
Right.
You can't guard all 3 of them. So you're going to have to take one and hope that others can recover. They did a good job on it on the first game, but they seem to be having a little bit of this. So we'll see how it's still the first half. And Marcus Smart is really the unknown X factor in a positive way in this series. You know, he's been doing it on the defensive end. As we talked earlier, he's a defense. He was on the first team defense, so he can guard point guards through threes. He very well defensive. And what's happening is he's being very productive on the offensive end. What they were missing with Gordon Hayward being out, they have picked it up with Marcus Smart, which I was surprised because he was never really an offensive type guy, even back at Oklahoma State. He's hitting threes, he's hitting jump shots, he's making the right play. Marcus Smart is the Rondo of the East Coast right now.
All right. You know what he did, Damon? He advanced the game.
He had an opportunity to do something other than stagnate the game. But don't count out Miami.
He has advanced his game, I should say.
Yeah, there you go. But don't count out Miami. Miami is a gritty team, and we discussed it yesterday. This type of atmosphere, this bubble type of atmosphere is good for a team like Miami, where they can just go out and play ball and not really need the bigger crowd with the bigger team, the more expected team with the pressure. You know what I mean? I think it's a good atmosphere for them. They're grimy, so they get in and they battle. And Jimmy Butler's just not going to let these guys fall. You got great shooting and Duncan, Hero, and the Dragon, Gordon Dragic. And then you got Kendrick Nunn coming off the bench, who is playing well. You got Crowder, who is hitting threes. You know, man, these guys is loaded. I mean, and Bam Adebayo is a beast, and he's a guy to be reckoned with for the next few years in this league. As soon as he develops a 12 to 15-foot jump shot, he's going to be virtually unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. I'm not have nothing to say against what you just said because, he is as what you say. He is the truth.
The truth. I'll let Paul Pierce say that he'd be over talking about marketing. That's so. But anyway, we flip over to the Western Conference. where it's not the matchup where most of America expected. I'm not surprised to see it didn't happen. To be completely honest with you, the team that I thought that wasn't going to be here is not the team that is there.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean? So the Lakers are there, and they're playing the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, pulled out some magical shit this year.
Oh, you know what they did? They pulled the shocker out to the Western Conference.
But it's not nothing against their franchise. They were the first team to be the AC to be the one.
Yep.
Way back here with Mutombo and Chris Jackson, which was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
But he was Chris Jackson back then, right?
At LSU. He was a Chris Jackson at LSU.
Yes.
When he played with Shaq.
True.
And when he was in the league, he was
Sharif Abdul-Rauf.
No, that was a big guy. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
There you go.
You think it's Sharif, who was a tall guy, 6'10", played yeah.
Golden State. No.
Nah. I think he played.
For some reason, I was thinking Denver. I'm
thinking Denver too, bro. I was
picturing the jersey.
I'm thinking Denver. I'm with you. I'm thinking Denver too.
All right.
So okay, we good there.
Yeah, we good.
But
I mean, it is what it is on game one. They came out firing. Again, this is that type of environment that Denver could, really give the Lakers something to fight over. But we are talking about the King. We are talking about the Lakers. There's no way the Lakers are going to fall in this conference finals.
Hey, I wouldn't. You know what? I hate to say it like this. Not one because I'm a Laker fan, but one because I see how this Denver team is made up and how it was a bad matchup for the Clippers. Offensively, the Clippers should have handled it, but defensively, or how as good as defensively the Clippers are, it was a bad matchup for their playing Jokic because Jokic is a very skilled big. Those bigs that he had didn't like to come out on the floor a little bit. But when he's going up against the Lakers lineup of bigs, Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, LeBron at times, Al Kuzma at times, those guys get out and guard up on the floor. It'll be a little difference. The Lakers were 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets throughout the season, and Anthony Davis averaged 29 and 15 in those games. Jokic averaged just under 16 points in those games. And the thing is, Anthony Davis can get out there and guard and challenge those shots and be able to recover as well. So I think the key is for them is to keep Anthony Davis off of him in early game situations where he doesn't get into foul trouble, but will be effective throughout the game. But JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard are very capable of guarding him and being able to come out and guard on the floor and then recover and get back to the bucket. What's surprising is the Lakers' outshot shooting. Kuz is cash. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is cash. These guys is hitting buckets. And that was the whole thing that the Lakers needed. They needed outside shots. Mm-hmm. So if they're hitting outside shots, LeBron being LeBron, Anthony being Anthony, and you're getting these extras from defensive side, I think they match up well for the Lakers. I think this is a better matchup for the Lakers if they could have played anybody else. Because with Jokic, it allows them to use their size, and they'll be very, very effective with it. I want to say 4, but I'm gonna go give them 1.
They can't give them 1. They can't do that. They beat.
Yes, they can because they haven't played yet.
Thought they played last night.
Daniel.
Ooh, no, nothing was on last night. Never mind. I'm gonna say they're not gonna sweep them. I'm gonna say 5. I'm still gonna stay 5. They're gonna get 1.
I want to say sweep. I really want to, but I think Murray will get you 1. I think he'll get you 1, but I don't think it's going to go any further than 5.
No. I mean, obviously, the Eastern Conference matchup is a lot more intriguing to watch than the Lakers and Nuggets. I mean, to an average.
No, I'm good.
to an average watcher, I guess, a sports guy that just watches sports, so wants to see a good game, you're going to want to see the Celtics and the Heat over the Lakers and the Nuggets, except for that one game that Denver is in it and they win it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just LeBron has a thing going on in his head right now, and it looks real intense. He's focused. He's 100% locked in, and he's got his guys 100% locked in with him. It's going to be a very, very large feat for either Denver or Boston or Miami, and the lights went out. It's going to be a very large feat for any of those to take him off right now. They're rolling. They're looking really good, and yeah. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. Boston in 6.
Lakers in 5. Boston in 7. Let's go, Boston! Just because I got money on it. You bet your ass I do. You look exactly like the guy off of Men in Black after he gets eaten or zapped or whatever he did. He comes out of the hole. He walks in with his wife. He goes, "Give me some sugar water." You know this
Edgar suit. I look like an Edgar suit.
There you go. There you go. See? Anybody else see that, folks?
Where do you keep your dad?
The city morgue.
I can't make things come out of my mouth.
Yeah. I don't want to see that either.
Yeah.
You look like
all right, there you have it.
4-story gynecologist right there. Yep. That guy right there, he's the one. This guy right here, he's the ass. Together, we are Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank, Mr. John Wayne Buzzard, 317-417-8582. For all your banking essentials, go to John at First Financial Bank, 317-417-8582. And BW Sports One's Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent, buying or selling a home. Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today, 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. Damon, the Pew Pew girl is ready. Hi. What do we do?
We keep Indies drive-by sporty. Pew, 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 pew.
He's driving by.